This is your math gal, Julie Harland. Please visit my website at yourmathgal.com, where all of my videos are organized by topic. This is part 9 of Vector Basics, and we're going to do this problem right here. It's really two different problems. So we're putting a couple of things together that we've learned so far. How do you write the resulting vector using the idea of scalar multiplication, etc., and then also finding the magnitude. So here it is. We've got our two vectors, u and v. We want to know what 3u plus 5v is. What's that? What vector is that? So we would have 3 times u, which is negative 2, 3, plus 5 times v, which is 1, 2. And we just get to multiply our 3 to each of these components. So we've got negative 6, 9, plus 5, 10. And then to add these together, we add the first components together. Negative 6 plus 5 is a negative 1, and 9 plus 10 is 19. So that's the first part of our answer. Second part is, what is the magnitude? All right, so do you remember how to get the magnitude? So you have to imagine like you have a vector where you have a starting point and you go 1 to the left and down 19 spaces. So you go down and you go down left 1 and down 19 spaces. You want to know how long this vector is right here. Okay, and you could use the Pythagorean theorem, or the formula for the magnitude would be the square root of negative 1 squared plus 19 squared. Right, so you can use your calculator for that. And if you put in 1 instead of negative 1, of course you're going to get the same answer. So you're going to get a square root of 1 plus whatever 19 squared is, which is 361. So it's a square root of 362. That is the magnitude or length. Now you would see if you can simplify this, but actually this is 362 is 181 times 2, and 181 is prime, so that's as far as you could go. So this was the resultant factor. This was the resulting vector, 3u plus 5v, and over here is the magnitude. All right, so why don't you try this one on your own by putting the video on pause. All right, so how are we going to do this? We have 4 times v, be careful, v is 1, 2, minus u, which is a negative 2, 3. Now, if you want, you can distribute that minus sign. I know that's not the technical word usually, but we have 4, 8, and we could just keep the minus sign, or we could change that to plus and then sort of like distributing the minus sign. That'll be a 2 and a negative 3. That's up to you. And then we're going to do 4 plus 2, and 8 minus 3 is going to give you 5. So that's 4v minus u. And now for the magnitude, which is the length of that vector, if you were to draw it, it's just the square root of 6 squared plus 5 squared, which is 36 plus 25, which is a square root of 61. And you can't simplify that as either because 61 is prime. And so there you are. This is your math gal, Julie Harland. Please visit my website at yourmathgal.com, where all of my videos are organized by topic.